me yet.
Waiting for change to come. Oh, when the battle's won, for you have never
Fell before.
promised.
This is your faithfulness, faithfulness. Sending your words. This is your fair. Oh, Carver falling. I know the nights won't last. Your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Jesus, you feel enough. Jesus, you're still enough. Keep me within your love. My heart will sing your praise again. Woo! Say of your first stance. This is your faithfulness. Faithfulness. Promise your hands. This is my confidence. Never fail. I stand. That is your faithfulness. Never fail me. Hands. This is my confidence. Never fail me yet. So, people of God, if you're just joining me, I'm listening to Do It Again by Evaluation Worship. So you can just go ahead and worship with me. And after that, then we gotta start. Blessings, 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 blessings. Wow, a lot of people are online already. I see Chris. Chris, you're welcome. Precious, you're welcome. Udwak, you're welcome. Udwak Silas, you're welcome. Iton, you're welcome. Neyi, you're welcome. I tell you, see it again. How you make the snow away. As you do it again. They move the mountains. I believe. I see you do it again. Where there is no way. I believe you will do it again. You move the mountain. I believe. I see you do it again. Made a way where there was no way, Lord. I believe that you will do it again. You do it again. I see you do it again. Oh, that was a good one. Say stands. Great is their faithfulness. Faithfulness. Still in your hands. This is my confidence. Never failed me yet. Thou may still stand. Great is your faithfulness, never failing. Stillness all hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me. Yay! Woo! Never fail me yet. You never fail me yet. You never fail me yet. Never will forget. Okay. That was a very beautiful music. That was a very beautiful music. A very good song that lifts my spirit. Hello, Mandu, Mrs. Susanabon. You're welcome. Blessings, sister. Pastor Emmanuel, thank you for the wonderful comments. God bless you. And then that was a very good music. Do it again. Like, you can listen to it. It's very touching. I see you, Lord, do it again. I watch you move a mountain, and I know you will do it again. So just listen to it and be blessed. So today I tagged the video. I tagged today's video as "Do not cater for your parents. Do not wait for them to die for you to give them a befitting burial. Cater for your parents." So today I'm gonna be speaking on the topic that says, cater for your parents whilst they are alive. Do not wait for them to die for you to give them a befitting burial. Cater for your parents while they are alive. Do not wait for them to die for you to give them a befitting burial. Okay, people of God. So let's take this. Some of us, we have not gone to visit our parents in a long time. Some of us do not even know how our parents are doing. Some of us do not even know how our parents are faring, whether they have eaten, whether they have showered, whether they have anything in life. It is none of our business. Some of us do not even know if our parents have a good accommodation. We do not care to know if our parents have a good accommodation, if our parents have eaten or if our parents have not eaten. Remember, people of God, these are your parents, irrespective of who they are. They might be a nobody today, but they put all their best. They did all they have to train you, send you to school, for you to become who you are today. You have no right. It's not biblical. The Bible speaking says that children are the inheritance of the kingdom. So what does that mean? In the heavenly things, our parents are our responsibilities. When we were much younger, they were we were their responsibilities. They took care of us, they cared for us, they cared for us, they trained us, they fed us, they clothed us. And now they have become old. Their bones have become weaker. They are not where they used to be. They are not who they used to be. They are not those strong people that can still go to farm. They can still go to work. They can still do things. Now is the payback time. Whatever our parents did for us was the seed they invested. They sowed a seed in us. And now their seed has germinated. You have grown to be whoever you are. You have become whatever you are today because of the help of your parents. Some of your parents did not even go to school, but they were able to send you to school because they want you to be able to care for them when they become old. And now they have become old. It is your responsibility for you to care and cater for your parents whilst they are alive. Show love to your parents whilst they are alive. Begin to go and visit your parents. Some of you are living abroad. In 5 years, you have not been home to see your parents. In 10 years, you have not been home to see your parents. What are you doing abroad? What are you working for? What are you doing with the money that you're making? You're sending it home. Do you know that if you go home to see your parents, that they are going to become stronger? Do you know the blessings that when you go home to your parents, they pray for you? Do you know the blessings in the prayer that they pray for you? Do you know what it means for you to give a gift to your parents and they say, God bless you? If your parents pray for you, it cannot be compared to any prayer that anybody prays for you on earth. The prayers of your parents keeps you going. So if you're fortunate today to have your parents still alive, begin to love them, begin to care for them, begin to cater for them. Come on, people of God. Most of you will move from one prayer house to the other, from one church to the other, from one priest to the other, from one shrine to the other. And they begin to prophesy for you because that is what you want, prophecy. They began to prophesy for you. They begin to prophesy in your life that your parents are your problem. And when you give money to your parents, they are going to take you to the witchcraft world. And that is how your success will stop. Come on, people of God. It is a lie from the pit of the devil. Do not believe such prophecies. Do not believe such negative words. Come on, people of God. I know that most parents are evil. Most parents are not as good as other parents. Most parents are our problems. But then, you have no right to judge because you are not God. Do not judge your parents. If you move from prayer house to the other, and they are telling you that your parents are witches, and you have come back, and you have refused to go and visit your parents and care for them and cater for them. Sweethearts, that is a pit. That is a lie from the pit of the hell. Begin to go and visit your parents. Begin to go and care for your parents. Begin to love your parents. Don't wait until when your parents are dead, you go and give them a befitting burial. It is nonsense. It is not appreciated. Who are you to judge? Who are you to call them witches and wizards? Who made you the judge over somebody's life? If they are witches and wizards, when you want to give them a gift, when you want to give them something, stand on the promises of God. Stand on the word of God. Begin to tell God, Father, it is your word that I should care for my parents. It is your word that I should take care of my parents. This is what I have to go and give my parents. Father, I cover this with the blood of Jesus. When I give it to them, if they are evil, let their evil go back to them 100-fold. As they eat my food, Father, may they die. Any hand that wants to take my food, my money, to the coven, may they die on their way and may they never return. This is what you do as a Christian. This is what you do as a believer. This is what you do as a child of God. Not the useless prophecies of people telling you how your parents are witches, how your parents are wizards, and you have abandoned them. Do you know the blessings in you taking care of your parents? Do you know the blessings in your parents' prayer? For those of you who are still fortunate to have parents, do you know how the people who do not have parents wish that they have parents to cater for? Come on, people of God. I don't care if you have lost your parents. I don't care if you lost your mom. I don't care if you lost your dad. Begin to go into the Christian world and adopt a mother and adopt a father and begin to take those ones as your earthly parents. Let them groom you. Let them pray for you. Let them guide you. There are people in this life who did not have children. They don't have a child, but they have adopted children. So is it to people who do not have parents. You can have adopted parents. You can have godparents. And let them pray for you. And let them have that parental coverage over you. It doesn't matter if you're an orphan. It doesn't matter. Get somebody that you know that this person is filled with the power of God. This person is a child of God. This person is an example of whom you would want your mother or your father to be, and begin to lay under their parental coverage. Let them pray for you. Begin to treat them like your parents. Whatever it is that you can afford, buy them cards, buy them flowers, buy them gifts. Care for them. I see it that in the African cultures, people do not hug a lot. People do not kiss. People do not peck. There is an adult, there's an old woman out there who just wants somebody to wrap a hand around her. That's all that she wants. When I go home to my parents, when I meet with my parents, my dad has an habit of kissing me, like he always pecks me. Especially when he does something and I get so pissed with him, and he wants to make peace with me, he just comes and he pecks me. Sometimes he wants to go out in the morning and I'm still lying in my room because my room is just opposite his room. He just comes in and he puts a pet on me and he goes. It feels so good. Come on, people of God, begin to love your parents. Begin to care for your parents. They are your parents. The only people in this life who doesn't want to see you do better than them are your parents. Your parents' wish is that you would become the best in life, that you will be the head. Your parents do not have time to compete with you. These are the only people who wish you to do better than them, your parents. Every other person, no. No. Your parents wish that you would do better than them. Because it is their joy, it is their pride for them to support you and see that, oh, my child is doing very well wherever he is. You can sit down. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Do you know that there are some people that can sit in this world for 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, they did not go to see their parents? I'm not joking about these things. There are people who have not gone to visit their parents for 10 years, 5 years. And when you ask them, why haven't you gone to see your parents? All they can open their mouth and tell you is that their parents is their problem. How can you align your problem to your parents? Do you know that there are powers in the spoken words? Even if your parents are evil, even if your parents are dubious, even if your parents are your problem, for the fact that you do not believe it, it can never happen. You sit down and allow people, come. Those people that are prophesying for you, if their own parents are witches, you think they will not go and see them? It is not your place to judge. It is not your place to take judgment in your hands. Leave judgment to God. Do your part. Do your part. Whatever it is that you can do it. God did not tell you to judge anybody. He says, judge not, so that you will not be judged. So you have no right to sit down and assume and believe that your parents are your problem. Can you not sit down and pray a prayer as a Christian and say, Father, Lord, anybody that is my problem, take them away. If your parents are your problem and you feel that they are your problem, you believe that they are witches and wizards, pray to God and say, Lord, you says in your word that we should suffer not the wish to live. The Bible speaking says, suffer not the wish to live. So if my parents are witches, suffer them not to live. Cut their life away so that I can be free. Take them away so that I can be free. You have no human right. You have no human judgment to sit down and not cater and care for your parents, cater and care for your parents because they are witches. No. You have no right. Do not believe in such prophecies that tells you not to cater for your parents because they are witches, not to give money to your parents because they are witches and wizards. No, it is an error. If you have been practicing it, if you were believing it, people of God, I stand to tell you what God can do. When you do good to people who does you bad, the Bible speaking says you are heaping coals of fire on their head. Hey! You are heaping coals of fire on their head. Do not be a judge over anybody. Who made you the judge? Are you God? Are you the one that bewitched them? Leave judgment to God. Leave them to God. God will deal with them. Your own is for you to fulfill your demands, your purpose in their lives as a child, which they brought up, which they groomed, which they trained. You don't need to abandon them. If they were witches and they were able to train you through school, they did you a favor. If they are witches and they did not kill you, they did you a favor. If they are witches and wizards and they did not tamper with your life, they did you a favor. So do not judge them. Leave judgment to God. Let God be the judge. Begin to go visit your parents. Don't wait until when your parents are dead. You go and borrow money. You go to the bank and take loan and give them a befitting burial. Oh my goodness. I don't know if the stories I was hearing about ghosts when I was a young child no more exist. That ghosts can stand up and slap you and kill you. If I am a parent, you did not come to visit me when I was alive. You did not come to bring me water to drink. You did not bring me food to eat when I was hungry. You did not come and carry me to the hospital when I was sick. You did not give me clothes to wear when I was alive. And then I'm dead. You're coming to buy the most expensive coffin to put me, to show up to your friends. I will wake up and kill you. That is hypocrisy. Why do we celebrate the death more than the living? Why, people of God? Why do we celebrate the death more than the living? Now that your parents are alive, you cannot go and visit them. The moment they die, you will post it on Facebook. You will buy food, you will buy this, you will buy that. In the name of what? Showing off to people that you had a parent and now you want to give them a befitting burial. Nobody is interested about your eye service. Whatever work you do right now is recorded for you. If you do good, kingdom. You do bad, kingdom. Everything that you do in life is recorded for you. Good or bad, the reward is there. You don't need to wait for your parents to die for you to give them a befitting burial. Begin to care for them right now. Show them love. Be good to them. Be kind to them. Embrace them. Go to them for advice whilst they are still alive. Go to them for encouragement. Go to them for prayers whilst they are alive. Kneel down and let your parents pray for you. Your parents' prayer goes a long way than anybody else who prays for you in this life. Even if you feel that they are dubious people, even if you feel that they are witches and wizards, even if you have been going to prayer house and they have said that your parents are your problem, you do not have any right to judge your parents. How can you abandon your parents for years without going to visit them? These are people who labored out of nothing that they had. They trained you, made you who you are today. And all of a sudden, you're sitting down there believing one prophet that your parents are your problem. Come on, people of God. When are you going to wake up from your slumbers? When are you going to start making use of your senses? Judgment belongs to God. It is your place as a Christian, as a believer, to tell God, Father, you have instructed me in your word that I should care for my parents so that my own children will care for me. So I am fulfilling the scripture. I am fulfilling your word here. I'm going to give these things to my parents. If they use it to do anything against me, the word of God speaking says, suffer not the wish to live. So Father, if they are my problem, cut them off. If they are saying that until they die, I will not reap, let them die so I can reap. If they are saying until they die before I can get married, let them die so I can get married. If they are saying until they die before I can get a job, Lord, let them die so I can get a job. If they are saying until they die before I can conceive and have a child of my own, Father, let them die and let me conceive and have my own child. This is your prayer as a Christian, not to be judgmental. The Bible says, judge not, so that ye will not be judged. You have no right to judge anybody. You have no right to judge them. Leave judgment to God. Be good to them because they are your parents. However you look at it, they brought you into this world. Today, you might be a great person. You might look at them as nothing. Do not let that be a barrier. Do not use that as an excuse. The prophets, the pastors, the people telling you not to go and see your parents. Do you know who their own parents are? And they are sneaking in and out and going to visit them. And they are deceiving you. And you're sitting down there concealing the word, believing them. Wake up, people of God, wake up. Why do you worry when you can pray? Why do you worry when you can kneel down and take everything to God in prayer? Care for your parents while they are still alive. Don't wait for them to die for you to give them a befitting burial. It is wrong. It is wrong. Today they are sick. They have no money to go to the hospital. Go and take them to the hospital. Go and buy them good clothing. Go and visit your parents with one set of provision. It doesn't matter how rich they are. They expect it from you as a child. No matter how rich your parents are, they still need that. They still need that grandchildren, direct children's love and care. Sometimes it's not about how much you have. It's not about what you have. Some people appreciate gifts. You know, sometimes you can afford something for yourself, but it feels really good when somebody buys it for you as a gift. Gifts are precious. It makes you feel love. It makes you live long. It makes you happy. So it doesn't matter what your parents have. It doesn't matter who your parents are. Begin to love your parents. Change. Do you know the pains? Do you know the pain it is to give birth to a child and that child abandons you when you need them the most? How will you feel if you had a child and at your old age, after training up that child neglects you, calling you names, calling you witch, calling you a wizard, calling you whatever name, telling you that you are an occultist, telling you that you are the reason for their problems? How would you feel? Are you God? Once you stand to judge people, God judges you. That's why it says, judge not. The Bible speaking says, judge not, so that ye will not be judged. It doesn't matter. They are witches, they are wizards. So, how do you know? Pastor told you. Do you know who pastor's parents are? Do you know who his parents are? And he's hiding to go and see his own parents. And he's telling you, all of you that are looking for prophecies, going from prayer house looking for prophecies, they will prophesy what you want to hear for you. Because that is the reason you go to church. Because you want to hear prophecies. They will prophesy to you that your parents are witches. You come back, you fold your hands. And forget to go and take care of your old parents who trained you out of school, who catered for you, who have made you whom you are today. Now you're just sitting down, believing prophets of doom, prophesying nonsense for you. Why can't they prophesy that you're going to become a millionaire? Why can't they prophesy? Have been looking for 7 lucky numbers to play and win 55 million in Canada. I've not seen any prophets come to give me the number. If you know how to prophesy a number for me. You cannot even bring the negative prophecy near me because I will return it to you and your family. Why do you need to sit down and be believing negative prophecies that people give you? Is that God's promise for you? God's promise says in his word that his thoughts for you are of good and not of evil. So any evil thoughts, any evil prophecy, cancel it and cast it back to that person. How can you be deceived not to care for your parents? How can you be deceived that your parents are your problems? And you believe it. let's even assume that your parents are your problems. And so what? And so what? When you now neglect them, does it make the problem to stop? Don't you know that even a witch and a wizard has conscience? Don't you know that a witch and a wizard has conscience? Be good to them. Do you know that if all these times that you're busy gossiping that your parents are witches, if you were showing them love and care, when they go to the coven, they are going to tell them, please, leave my children alone. They are so nice to me. It's true. It's true. Some of these witches, you think they are stupid. No. When they go there, they will tell them, do you know why they do these things to us? Because by the time they go there, they will begin to tell them, okay, now, when was the last time she came and visited you? If she can abandon you, why can't you kill them? But if you're being nice to them, when they go to the meeting and they are planning to kill you and do things, they will beg on your behalf. They will say, no, please, leave this one. This one is so nice. This one brings things to me. Come on, people of God. However you want to look at it, please do not neglect your parents, irrespective of whatever they have told you that they have, which is wizard, whatever. Do not neglect your parents. They have suffered so much. They have suffered so much to train you and make you who you are today. So why would you? Why would you? You have no human justification whatsoever. You have no human justification in, I don't know, however you will look at it, you are not right in any way. Whatever excuses you will make to defend yourself, you are not right. It's wrong. It's wrong. Okay, if you so feel that what you're doing is right, why will you now go and bury them when they are dead? Why don't you abandon their corpse on earth? Because they are witches. Why don't you now abandon their corpse and throw it to the vultures because they were witches and wizards? Why do you now give them a befitting burial? Why? The same people you neglected. The same people you never visited. The same people you never cared for. The same people you never gave medical attention to. The same people you could not accommodate. The same people you never spent 20 minutes with chatting. Do you know what you're losing? Parents' love is the best. Sitting down with your parents. The only people who wish you to do better than them in this life are your parents. Every other person is a pretender. They want to do better than you. It is only your parents who wants you to do better than them. Oh, may God have mercy and give us an insight to his to understand his word. May God give us wisdom, because you know the Bible speaking says wisdom is profitable. If a man lacks wisdom, he lacks everything. Because a man without wisdom can be pushed here and there and he keeps going. But a man that has wisdom knows exactly what is right and what is wrong. That's why, children of God, you gotta know the truth. You gotta know your Bible. You gotta read it and meditate day in, day out, so that the devil cannot trick you. People cannot give you prophecies and you just sit down and begin to consume them. Modify them and begin to work on them. No. The Bible speaking says you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. So when you know the truth will set you free. And once you are free indeed. Whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is that you're looking at these things, it is very, 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 very practical. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived, people of God. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Some of these things, we just hear them. We just hear them. Sometimes we are even confused among ourselves, asking ourselves questions like, what do we do? How do we do it? Where do we go? No matter how you look at it, you cannot abandon your parents because of who they are, what they are. You cannot. God will not forgive you. Okay, how about, let's look at it this way. We all have a conscience. Tomorrow, we are going to have our own children, and we expect that our children should be good and be kind to us. How about us, whom we were not good to our parents? If our kids now comes in and they start treating us the way we were treating our parents, how would we feel? How would we feel? So if you can't even do these things, if you cannot even do these things, because of who they are, how about doing these things? Because tomorrow, you would want your own children to do the same thing for you. How about that? How about that? Because tomorrow, you will want your own children to do the same thing to you. You will want your children to come and visit you. You will want your children to be there for you. You will want your children to love and cater for you. How about you? Did you do it for your parents? Were you there for them when they needed you most? Were you there for them when they needed you most? No. So why do you think? Why do you think? Why do you need to believe people who are telling you that this is who your parents are? Why not leave judgment to God? Why not leave them to God? Let God judge them. Why not leave them to God? Let God be the one to deal with them. Why do you want to be the one to judge them? Why do you want to be the one to take laws into your hands? Don't allow anybody to make you to sin against God. Because you do not know what tomorrow is. You do not know what God will do to them. So if you're not loving them now, if you're not caring for them now, if you're not catering for them now, you wait until when they die. Then you give them a befitting burial. It is unfair. You don't need to wait until when your parents are dead, then you give them a befitting burial. No, it's wrong. Begin to love your parents now. Go and visit your parents. Sometimes you might not have anything to give them. But when you go home to your parents, they pray for you. You come back to wherever you are. Things began to move for you. Things begin to move for you. Go to your parents. Let them know how you're faring. Let them know what you're going through. Let them pray for your business. Let them pray for your schools. Let them pray for your marriage. Let them pray for your children. That is why they are called your parents. Today they are here right now. Tomorrow you might see them no more. If you're still lucky to have your parents, begin to show love to your parents. Because so many people do not have parents. They cry every day wishing they had parents to care for. And you are fortunate. You still have parents. And yet you abandon them. Go to your parents. When you have struggles, when you have difficulties, the only people that can tell you the truth are your parents. The only people that cannot deceive you are your parents. Go and have an heart-to-heart talk with your parents. Stop going from churches to churches. Stop waiting for prophecies that will deceive you. Love your parents. Let them be your best friend. Let them be your confidence. Let them be your confidence. Put your hope, your trust, your belief in them. Let them pray for you. When you go to your parents, kneel down, say, Mommy, pray for me. Mommy, things are not moving for me. I want you to pray for me. Mommy, things are not going well for me. I want you to lay your hands on me and begin to speak a word as a mother in my life. Daddy, I want you to speak a word in my life. I want things to be okay for me. Mommy and Daddy, you are gloriously happy. You were married. Pray for me. I want to marry. I want to have my own kids like you have me. Stop listening to prophecies. Stop listening to people telling you that your parents are witches and wizards. Who made you the judge over somebody's life? Who made you the judge? Who made you the judge? The Bible speaking says, judge not so that you will not be judged. Irrespective of what your parents are, you need their prayer. You need them. You need your parents' prayer. They are witches, yet they train you through school. They are witches, yet they catered for you. They are witches and wizards today, yet you are still alive. They didn't kill you. Come on, people of God. All y'all gotta wake up. All y'all gotta make use of your senses. All y'all gonna think about these things. Don't be deceived. How can you stay for years without going to your parents? Buy milk, buy bread, go and cry to them and let them know how you feel that things are not working for you. That is why they are your parents. You cannot be pretending to your parents. They are your parents. The only people that you can be real to in this life are your parents. So if you don't have it, let them know that you do not have it. Let them know that you are suffering. I wish that I was close to my parents. I wish I was like a day joining to my parents. I need to fly 2 days. I need to fly 3 days, depending on how many transits. But yet, I cannot go a year without visiting my parents. God forbid. Sometimes 2 times in a year, sometimes 3 times, depending on how God blesses me. When I go to them, I tell them, hey mom, hey dad, if I come back and things works for me, you guys are going to see me in the next 6 months. And because they want me to come back another 6 months, they make it a point of duty to wake up and pray with me. Your parents' prayer works so well for you. If you're in the church that when you go to church, all they give you is negative prophecy of how your parents are going to kill you, of how your parents are your problem, leave such a church. Why are they giving you negative prophecies? You don't want to be in a church that prophesies negatively only. You got to be in a church that will speak in the word. Your parents can command your blessings to come. Your parents can make things to happen in your life. Like people will see you and begin to be asking questions. The prayer of your parents are so powerful. God bless you, man of God. Without your parents' prayer, that is a man of God talking. Without your parents' prayer, other prophets cannot bless you. You need your parents' prayer to do exploits in life. You need your parents' prayer to move from wherever you are. You need your parents' prayer for divine deliverance, for divine direction. You need their prayers. If your parents blesses you and every other person curses you in this life, it will not stand. It is a blessing that will stand because they are your parents. But if your parents curse you and every other person bless you in life, forget it, you're doomed. They are your parents. They have the final say in your life. They can speak a word in your life and it will stand. When they say prosperity is prosperity, don't allow your parents to sit down and cry and lament, and then things begin to go so hard for you. Don't allow your parents to curse you. Instead, do everything humanly possible for you to get blessings from your parents. Everything you can to get your parents pray for you and bless you. Try your best to get that. Parental blessing is the best. Parental blessing is very good. Parental blessing can go a long way to change your life. It can turn things around for you in ways that people cannot comprehend. Parental blessings. It doesn't matter who speaks in your life, but when your parents speaks into your life, it comes to pass. It comes to pass. There's no debate. There's no argument about this. Go anywhere you want to go to. Go and say what I'm saying right now to people. They will tell you the same thing I'm telling you. I can't deceive you people. It's the truth. It's working for me. And I know. Anything that is working for me, I come on this platform and I share it with you guys because I want you to begin to rule your world. Rule your world. Rule your destiny. You want to be prosperous. You want to do exceedingly abundantly well. You want to stand out from your equals. So begin to do those things that will make you great. Begin to do those things that will make you stand out. Begin to do those things that will make you a different person from every other person. Begin to do those things. Begin to walk in faith. Begin to claim. Begin to claim. Begin to claim. These things are real. If they are not real, I'm gonna come here telling you. I ain't gonna come here telling you these things if they are not real. Trust me. I've got so many things to do. If these things ain't real, I ain't come here to tell you these things. All you're gonna listen to these things and practice them and see how it goes for you. Your life will begin to speak meaning. Your life will begin to be an example. Like, people will begin to ask you, how did you do it? How did you do it? Where did you do it? How did you make it? How did you arrive here? And you know, sometimes you might not even remember. You will not even remember to tell them that, oh, I just heard somebody spoke about this. And I began to practice it. You don't need to be ashamed of your parents. They know that you don't have. Whatever you have, even if it's bread, just buy it and go to them and tell them, you know what, Mom? You know what, Dad? I've come to spend time with you. I've come to spend time with you. I got no money. I got nothing. But I got to spend time with you. That's why I came. I want you guys to pray with me. I want you guys to speak into my life. I want you guys to begin to command things to happen for me. You guys are my parents. They want you to do well. They want you to prosper. They love you. They are your parents. May God give us an insight to know the truth, so that it can set us free. So that it can set us free, because the things you do not know, you are not, I don't know how to put it, like, if you don't know it, you don't know it. Nobody will hold it. Nobody will hold you liable to it because you don't know. But when you know it, what is your excuse? When you know it, what is your excuse? You got no excuse because you know. You will not say you did not know. You have heard it today. So begin to practice what you do. May God give us the love. May God that sows the seed of love, sow a seed of love in us, that we will begin to love our parents. May God give us the urge that we will sit down and miss our parents. May God give us the love that we will sit down and begin to think of our parents, so that when they die, they will rest in peace. And we will be contented that yes, we took care of our parents whilst they were alive. Begin to love your parents. Begin to go visit your parents. Begin to care for your parents. Care for them. Care for them. Don't wait for them to die for you to give them a befitting burial. It is an error. It is wrong. It is not biblical. Show them love while they are alive. May we remain blessed in Jesus' name. May the blessings of God be with us wherever we go. May God continuously sow the seed of love in us, that we will spread love wherever we go. We will spread love wherever we find ourselves, not just to our parents alone, but to every elderly one, to every mother, to every father, to our friends, so that we will continue to remain blessed. Blessed in the name of God the Father. I bless you in the name of God the Son. I bless you in the name of God the Holy Spirit. It is well with you. It is well with your endeavors. Everything you lay your hand to do shall be a success. God shall remember you, so you shall remember your parents. In Jesus' mighty name. Thank you so much, lovely people of God, for tuning in. God's will, you have been watching silently. Share the video. Suleiman, you have been watching silently. Share this video. Victor, you have been watching silently. Share this video. Iboro Imo, you have been watching silently. Share this video. Invite your friends. To every hand I will share this video. May God bless you abundantly. I love you guys so much, and you know it. I keep on praying for you. I keep on interceding for you. I want you to have a lovely time. I bless your bed. I bless your sleep. May the angels of God visit you tonight at the points of your need. And for those of you that are still experiencing your day, may God's favor, goodness, and mercy rain on you. May God cause heaven to pour rain of prosperity, rain of good health, rain of favor, rain of long life, and financial breakthrough. In Jesus' mighty name. I love you all so much. Take good care of yourself. Until I see you again tomorrow, remain blessed. Bye for now.